Hello, I'm Eric Kimball, back here with another how-to video. If you've been watching the videos I've made over the past few years of this project, you can see that I have finished the trim on my windows in the entrance door. I'm making good progress here, and I am about to hang a couple of doors. And I am using a 6-panel, in the case of this bedroom door, solid core pine doors. I believe they call these colonial style. So this door has a label on it that says made in Brazil. It seems like we could make our own doors in America like we used to. In any event, this looks like a pretty nice door, except on the bottom here and the top up there, I've got a little issue, and I'm going to trim just a little bit off the top and bottom to make it flat. I'll show you the issue here in a second. In order to cut that door off, I needed a door, I think they call them a door sled, a door cutting jig, something to guide my circular saw along to get a perfectly straight cut. And I have had one of these jigs for a long time, and I've got it somewhere and I don't know where it is. So I needed to make another one. And I made one, this new one, similar, very similar to the one that I've had for years and can't find. And all it is a 1/4-inch piece of plywood. This is Luan plywood. I happen to have this, and that's best if you happen to have it. And what I did, I had one straight edge on this piece. It's almost 48 inches long. I wish it was 48, but you know, you use what you got. So I cut a 7-inch strip off of the straight edge on my outdoor table saw. And I glued it on here. And I glued it with glue, as you can see in this picture right here, and then I clamped it, held it in place so the glue could dry with these clamps that you see in this picture right here. And that worked. I basically put the clamps on, went to church, came home, it was all dry, scraped off a little bit of the excess glue, and what I have is the cutoff jig without being finished on each side. This is, by the way, I wanted to make the point, this is a double cutoff jig. So I've got a side here for cutting the top of the door, and I've got a bottom here for cutting the bottom of the door. Or I could reverse it, and the bottom becomes the top, and it works that way too. I've never seen a double cutoff jig or cutoff sled like this for a door. Maybe it's the first one ever made. Why not, right? If you got the wood. So let me just show you the next step in the process of finishing this jig and then cutting the door off. What I have done here is set this jig and clamped it, one end and the other, to the sawhorses to stabilize it while I cut it with the saw right here. That side's done. And now this side. Very nice. Right here you can see the reason that I am cutting this door now, before I hang it. It's this piece, I don't know, what do they call that, a stile, a rail? That's probably a rail. It's not flush on the bottom. And I got the same situation over here. Focus, yeah, you can see that right there. So I'm probably going to cut this door off again after it's hung to accommodate the thickness of flooring that I'm going to be putting down here. But for now, I just want to get the top and bottom straight. I got that same issue, top and bottom. The nice thing about making a door cutoff jig like this is that once you've made it, if you take care of it, if you don't lose it, misplace it, it's going to last you decades. The one that I've misplaced, I've had for at least 30 years, or at least 20 years, maybe 30. A very long time. It really bugs me that I've misplaced that. So pulling these out of there, and I just want to cut the bare minimum off here right now. So I'm going to make this flush, and then by eye I'm going to move it up about 1/8 of an inch, okay? Now, I could double check to make sure that that's even by butting my tape measure up here and coming right down to this point right here. I have exactly 27.5 inches there, and we could double check it over here. And yeah, you know what? It could go ever so slightly that way. Let's double check that again. Oh yeah, right on and right on. I'm being persnickety, but there's nothing wrong with that. Then we're gonna clamp this on here, and got my sawhorse right in the way there. But I'm gonna put a block of wood on the bottom to protect. One clamp. Excuse me, get another clamp on there. All right, and as is my custom, I tend to double check. I like it. Double check. Yeah, looking good. We're ready to cut. Get our saw. Get our hearing protectors on. Make sure I'm deep enough, and I'm not, so I'll go a tad more. Okay, I'm liking that, and here we go. Oh yeah. Oh, but wait, I didn't go far enough down there. Not a problem. We'll reposition. Make sure that I'm up even against that the guide edge. Now we're good all the way. So remove the clamps. Take a look at it. It looks very nice. There's no chipping. Now, if I thought there was going to be chipping, I would have scored that with my knife right here before I cut it. But most of the time, this edge holds down any chipping. And I don't have anything special for a blade. It's just my standard blade. Next, I'm going to take a sanding block, and I'm just going to break the edge here a little. Don't want a sharp edge. That invites splintering. Like I said, I'll probably be cutting this again, but I'm just gonna do that right there. And that's it. I'm gonna do the other side. I'm gonna hang this door. Now you know how to very easily, very accurately, very smoothly, all the good very things you can do with this jig right here. Thanks for watching, everybody. I'll see you in the next video.